Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging on myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah. You always make me feel like, oh yeah. You never leave my thoughts alone, yeah. You're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. Today's the day. We are going to be making over the top fall floral arrangements. You guys, you know I love creating my own floral arrangements because floral arrangements can be so expensive if you buy them in stores like Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, your high-end stores like, well, not high-end, but your craft stores like Hobby Lobby, Michael's. What is the other place that has Joann's? So that is why I love to create my own floral arrangement. What I like to do is visit stores that have more elevated floral arrangements to get inspiration. So I like to go visit Grandin Road and Horchow and just to see what they have coming out new for fall. Guys, let me tell you, their floral arrangements are very, very expensive. Even if I could afford it, I would not spend that much money on a floral arrangement. $500, $600, $900? No, that's crazy. So in today's video, we are again using what we have. You guys know I always tell you it's always fine to use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy all new things. Look around your home, see what you have, see how you can reuse, repurpose it, and take it into the next season, that next elevation of itself. And you know I love using a good can of spray paint to do so. So we are going to be using the florals that I already have. You guys know I have a lot of florals. I love to get my florals from primarily Walmart. I will pick them up from Michael's when they go on clearance at the end of the season. I don't like to spend a lot of money on my florals, so I wait for them to go on sale. I will also wait for them to go on sale more than the 40% off at Hobby Lobby. I always go again at the end of the season, so I get a larger discount on those florals. And you can buy florals, like you can take those spring florals, those summer florals, and roll them into fall and winter. So always think outside the box when you're looking at florals, and not just at florals, but anything that you see that is going out of its season and going into the next season, because you can typically use them year round. So in today's video, like I said, we're going to be creating over the top floral arrangements. So if you want to see what I'm going to come up with, make sure you keep watching. And if by the end of the video, if I have inspired you, I would so appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and become a member of the iStylEMYSTYLE family. You have to buy your florals from those high-end places. You can make them yourselves. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. All right, so I went into my floral stash and I picked out a few florals that I want to use. You guys know I'm using those deeper colors for fall, and so I brought out those. I also have these stems that I picked up that are like a coppery color that I picked up from Home Goods, I want to say a couple of years ago. I have these gray hydrangeas that I think will be perfect for a fall arrangement. Again, we're using some white. These white roses came from Walmart. We picked up these blush pink stems earlier from Hobby Lobby, and then of course we're using black because we're blacking out my home for fall. So these are all the stems that we're going to be using. I also brought out the DIY vase that I picked up from the Goodwill. We just painted it black. I do need to touch it up again in some spots, but this is what we're going to be using. Again, this vase is inspired by the ones that you see at Pottery Barn that are so expensive. They're Joshua vases. Oh my gosh, so expensive. So you can go to the thrift store or Goodwill, find something similar to give you that same look for less, and that's what I did here. It was red and I painted it black, so I think this mimics the Pottery Barn piece perfectly. I'll put up the Joshua vase here and you can see how very similar they are. Also, I have this little vase that I also thrifted. It was brown. I paid $5 for it. I painted it black. Guys, spray paint is your best friend. That's what I'm always telling you. You can do anything with a good coat of spray paint. So we're going to be using these. And then I have a couple of more vases, but we'll talk about those as we get to them. So let's start with our first arrangement. All right, so our first floral arrangement, I was inspired by this one that I saw on Horchow, and regular price, I believe, was $965. It's on sale, 30% off for $675, I believe. I'll put up the photo here so you can see what I'm talking about. And there is no way, I mean, no way that I am spending that amount of money on a floral arrangement. So we are going to recreate the look for less. And the reason that I fell in love with it, of course, is that it's black and white. So you guys know I am looking for a way, and just move you over just a tad. I'm looking for a way to keep the safari theme and my, sorry for moving you guys. I'm looking for a way to keep my safari theme that I have going on in my loft. It's with the black and white. I absolutely love it. So I want to create a floral arrangement that will work in that space. So we're going to use these magnolia stems. Again, these came from a basket of florals that I picked up from the Goodwill. It was $9.99. I didn't like the basket, so I took out all the florals. And I want to say, oh my gosh, there's at least 20 of them in there. So I think it was a really good job and very affordable to thrift your florals. Just wipe them down with a Clorox wipe and you'll be good to go. I have this greenery as well that I also pulled out, as well as this one and this little pot that I showed you earlier, a little vase rather, that I thrifted. It was brown and we spray painted it black, and it is similar in shape to our inspiration piece. And again, I will put up the photo here so you can see our inspiration. So let's see if we can put together this look for less. Now, I am out of styrofoam, so I have just filled my vase with so I have just filled my vase with some newspaper and some plastic bags. That is one way to use your recyclables. Let me raise you up just a little bit. Can you see that? All right, so you know how I like to do my florals, north, south, east, and west. So we're gonna go ahead and stick these in here. And then they had 4 of them, so we're gonna use 4 as well. And this is how our arrangement is looking so far. Then we're gonna go in with our greenery, and they had a stem that was sticking out wild like this, and then another one that it was kind of sticking down, and I don't have a lot of these, so again, we're just going to use what we have, and I am just going to stick this down in here and kind of let it hang out like so. And I also have these. I thought these would be good to put in the arrangement. So I am going to add these. Again, using what we have. We don't have to go out and buy all new things. Why spend unnecessary money when you can use what you have? My channel is all about creating the luxe look for less and using what you have, and that is what we are doing here today. So if you are liking what you see so far and you are enjoying today's content, if you have not yet subscribed, I would so appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and become a member of the iStyle family. Let's stick this back down in there, and I think with that, my friends, we are done. And this is going to be our finished look. Again, giving us the luxe look for less. And this little guy does not want to stay down in here. So let's try. There we go. All right, so this is our finished look. Let's take a closer look. So here's how our floral arrangement turned out. I absolutely love it. Again, our vase was $4.99, so $5. We are using magnolias that we picked up from the Goodwill in a basket of several. That was $9.99. So let's say our florals were 50 cents a piece. There's 4 of them in here, so that's $2. So 5, 6, 7. We're using florals that we already had, or greenery rather, that we already had. But let's just say that was also 50 cents. We have 4 of those as well, so another $2. So all together, we have spent $9 on our arrangement, and this is how our arrangement looks. And I'll put up the Horchow version here. $675 on sale, $975 regular price. I think we have achieved the luxe look for less. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This was going to be perfect to style in my loft on the coffee table, and I cannot wait. I will have a video where I am showing you different coffee table stylings. This will be one of the items featured, so make sure you subscribe if you have not already done so. Now on to our next arrangement. All right, so our next arrangement is also inspired by Horchow, and I will put up that photo here. As you can see, it is a clear glass vase with some blue hydrangeas. Now, I had this clear glass vase, but I didn't want to leave it clear, so I did a light spray of a light coat of spray paint on it to give us sort of like an opaque look, because I didn't want to leave my glass clear. So our look is going to be similar, but not exact. They also have some blue hydrangeas. We don't have blue hydrangeas, but I do have some gray hydrangeas. Again, this is all about using what you have, and these hydrangeas came from Amazon. In case you are interested, I will leave them linked in my Amazon storefront so you can go check them out should you care to purchase them. And if you do, I do get a small commission, so thank you in advance. And then also, as you noticed in our arrangement that we are inspired by Horchow, it also has some lamb's ear. Well, I equate lamb's ear with farmhouse, so I don't have any, but I do have these little leaves that I pulled off another bunch that has that little fuzzy texture like lamb's ear does. So I think this will work. So let's work on putting this arrangement together. So this vase came from the Goodwill. I want to say it was $5. These hydrangeas, I don't remember the cost, but I will put up a photo here so you can see how much they were, but nowhere near 400 or 260 at 40% off. So let's go ahead and start putting our arrangement together. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just stick my florals down in here. Now, if you did want to use a clear vase like our inspiration piece, you could do that, but for my home and my aesthetic, I don't always like to use clear vases, so I think using this one that oh, you can't even see. Sorry about that. All right, can you see now? This is how our arrangement is looking. Raise you up just a tad more. And so again, they had some lamb's ear, and I don't have lamb's ear, so we're just gonna stick these little leaves that I pulled off another plant just randomly in here, just enough so they stick out. Again, giving us a similar look for less. Very simple arrangement. This is how my arrangement is looking compared to theirs. I do want to bend these out just a little bit more, bend them out to give us a little fuller look. And then we'll stick these back in so that they're just sitting on top, but you can see them. All right, and that is our third arrangement. Let's take a closer look, or our second arrangement rather. Let's take a closer look. So this is how our second arrangement came out, and I'm in love with it. I think I could also probably use this one upstairs in my loft as well if I wanted to. And again, the reason I spray painted this a light coat of black is I don't want to see these stems. You can see I should have spray painted a little bit more up here, but if I look down here, you can't really see the stems all that well. So yeah, I need to give this another light coat, but if you don't want to see the stems in your vase and you have a clear one, just give it a light coat of spray paint and that will take care of that for you. But if you don't mind seeing the stems, then of course you can leave it clear. But I love this look. I hope you do as well. So again, we put our arrangement together. So $5 for the vase, and let's say, I don't remember, I'll have to look up the price, but I want to say it's no more than $2 a stem. There are 6 stems in here, so that's 12, 5, $17. So less than $20, we have created our look. I will put up our inspiration piece here. Again, 40% off, $261. Regular price, $450. Yeah, I think we have created the looks look for less. Again, guys, think outside the box. You do not have to spend a lot of money. Use what you have to recreate the look or recreate something similar, something that you are inspired by to give you the looks look for less. I think I have achieved the look, but leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Now, let's go on to our third arrangement. All right, guys, so we've got 2 arrangements down. Again, both of them inspired by arrangements that I saw on Horchild. We created our own luxe look for less for a whole lot less than the ones that we saw on Horchild. Can you believe almost $1,000 for a floral arrangement? There's no way. Who does that? Leave me a comment down below. If you're rich, and or even if you have a little bit of money, would you pay that much money for a floral arrangement? Leave me a comment down below, because I would love to know. That, I mean, I don't care how much money I had, I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. But leave me a comment down below and let me know if you would. So now we're gonna switch gears. I showed you 2 floral arrangements that were inspired by our high-end store. And now we're going to create some looks of our own. So I want to use this large vase. I picked this up from Ross many months ago, and it was $19.99. And I love the detail, and I think this would be perfect to create a new floral arrangement to go in possibly my lounge. We'll see. But I love the color. You can see that it's like a capizi shell type finish. Love that. And then of course you saw this vase also from Ross. It was, oh no, this one's from Home Goods. It was $19.99. And I think we can create some over the top floral arrangements with it, as well as the vase that I showed you from Pottery Barn earlier. So on this time around, we're going to be working with some stems. We might add in a few florals, but primarily we're going to be working with stems. So let's get started. All right, so again, we're going to be using this vase that I picked up from Ross. It was made in Vietnam. So yeah, I like this. I had originally thought about painting it black, but I don't know. This is how it's looking. Would you paint this black, or would you leave it white? Or this gold color. I have a larger white one, as you guys know, that came from Z Gallery. So if you love these style vases, just keep your eyes out, because I'm sure you'll be able to find them at Ross or even Home Goods, TJ Maxx, or your local Marshalls. So for this arrangement, I thought it would be really pretty to use these coppery bronze colored stems. These came from Home Goods, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, and I used them once before to decorate in my entryway, and you guys can't see that. What I like to do is bend my stems around to give them some movement. So we'll go in and we'll add our other stem, and we're going to go in the opposite direction, again bending the stems so it gives some movement. Can you see that? This one I think I'm going to have to bend a little bit more. That's the issue when you don't want to cut your stems, is you have to bend them more to make them work for you. All right, that's better. All right, so then we have one more, and I'm gonna stick this one down the center. Now, again, I told you guys that I am going for non-traditional colors and decorating for fall. Whoa. This is a little too tall to be working on the island. All right, let's try this again. These are getting all tangled up. All right, so here we go. Here's our look. Let me go to a different space so you can see. Guys, so here is how this arrangement looks here in my entryway. Remember my lamp, I am still absolutely in love with it. It's still here in the entryway, and I think the vase of florals looks really nice here in the entryway for fall. It's bringing in the warm tones. Again, we still have our black because we are using black in all of our spaces, but this brings in the warmth for fall. So we have our golden vase here with the Capizi shells. So nice, so pretty. And then we added in our bronzy colored bronzy colored stems. Again, so perfect for fall. Absolutely love it. I didn't think I was going to, because again, I'm going for a more moody fall vibe. However, I think these also work for that moody vibe, and then I could put a candle here. So yeah, we're not decorating the entryway today, but I just wanted to show you how this would look sitting here in the entryway. So I love it, and I hope you do as well. Leave me a comment down below. So our vase was $20. Our stems, I want to say they were like $12.99 for a pack of 3. So $25, or sorry, $35 with tax. I think that's a good deal. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, but I absolutely love this arrangement, and I might even keep it here in this space. But I think we are going to move on to our next look. So let's go. All right, for our next look, I think we're going to use the white vase this time. Again, this came from HomeGoods. It was $20. I think I gave you the wrong price on that other vase. I think it was $16.99 and not $20. So 16 and 12, still $30, not too bad. But anyway, in this particular arrangement, I want to use these magnolia stems. Now these were very similar to ones that I saw from Z Gallery. I didn't want to spend the money, so I ordered these from Etsy. I will leave them linked in the description box down below in case you're interested, but I love the black with the little brown tones. So we're going to use these. Again, these arrangements are not inspired by anything. It's just arrangements we are creating off the top of my head using what we have. Now I love creating using what I have, and I think this will work. Something nice and simple. Nothing too over the top. So this is how this arrangement is looking. And again, we can leave it like this. Hold on, you can't even see. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. So this is how the arrangement is looking. I like the black and white. You know, those are my signature colors. And we could leave it this way, or we could add in some greenery. But since it's fall time, I don't think I will add in any greenery because it is fall. And you don't see a lot of greenery during fall. The leaves are actually changing colors, which you can see here on these magnolia leaves. So I think keeping it simple is best, and we're just gonna leave it like this. So this is going to be our fourth arrangement. Very simple, nothing too over the top or elaborate. I wish I had another of these magnolia stems. I might have to order another one, but I don't think I will. I'm not trying to spend a lot more money. So yeah, this is the look. Leave me a comment down below. I know it is very simple and you're used to me going over the top, but you know what? Let's try adding this. How would that look? Would it look too Halloween-y? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna turn the base sideways so you can see. And I'm gonna spread these out. And then we're going to stick these down in here. Will it look too Halloween-y with these stems? Let's see. I don't know. I kind of liked it the other way, which is a lot less, more simple, I should say. What do you think? Leave me a comment down below. With or without? I think without. But let's take a closer look. So this is how it's looking. Again, very simplistic, but I like it. And I think this could also work in my loft area for the floral arrangement. Again, black and white. You know, I want to keep my zebra safari theme going up there. But I could also bring this up there using it for fall to bring in the fall vibes. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But I love it, and I hope you do as well. And if you have enjoyed today's content so far, please make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, I would so appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and become a member of the iStylEMYSTYLE family. All right, so that's the fourth arrangement. We have one more, guys, one more. Thank you for sticking with me. Yeah, the next one, it's gonna be, I don't know, a little different look, and I hope you like it. So let's get started. All right, so our next arrangement is going to be really, really different. And it's going to push you outside your comfort zone, but I hope you like it. So in this arrangement, it's going to be very, very moody. Very, very moody. So these limbs, I spray painted. They were like a bright jewel tone color. They are from Joann's. Is the sticker still on here? It is. I don't know how much it was because I spray painted over it, but I want to say it's probably $7 because look how big it is. You see that? It's really, really big. So we're going to start with this one. If it's still available, I will leave it linked in the description box down below, but just know that it won't look like this because I have spray painted mine. So we're going to start with this really big stem, and then we are going to add in these other really big florals that I picked up from Joann. I will leave these linked, guys. I don't remember how much they were, but I will leave them linked in case you are interested. But we are going for a really moody fall floral. We're going to use these. I want to say these came from Amazon. So we're going to stick these down in the middle to help fill out our arrangement. We're going to stick one more of these down in here. Again, to help fill out the arrangement. And then I'm going to bend the stems in the direction that I want them to be in. Can you guys see that okay? And then, remember these that I got from Amazon that were similar to the floral stems? I want to use these as well to bring in some additional moodiness to the arrangement. Yeah, I'm liking it. I know it's going to be different for you, but I like it. All right, so I told you that I am blacking out my home for fall, so this is going to be our black arrangement. Yes, this is our black moody fall vibe arrangement, and I am liking it. Love, love, love. All right, let's take a closer look. So yeah, this is how the arrangement is looking. I love it. I think it is bringing a moody fall vibe that is not the norm. Remember, I told you guys that I am decorating in non-traditional fall colors. Now, this arrangement, again, is outside the norm. It's not something you would expect. And for some of you, it might be a little too moody. It might scream Halloween. So, if that's the case, we could add in a pop of color to amplify the moodiness in a different direction so that it doesn't look so Halloween. And then it brings in that moody vibe that I am going for. So with just adding that little pop of pink, it has changed the whole look of the arrangement. Now what do you think? Still a little too moody? Well, we could add in some white roses. Hold on, let me get them. All right, so we can add in some white to help offset some of the moodiness of the arrangement. Let's put one right here in the front, like so. And let's bring this one more to the front as well, so you can see it a little better. All right, now just by adding in those lighter colors, it has changed the whole look of our moody arrangement. Personally, I prefer the dark moody vibe, but I know a lot of you, it might be a little too dark for you. So we lightened it up a bit. And this is how it's looking. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Alright guys, so this is our fifth and final look. I told you guys it was going to be different. It was going to be over the top, something a little unexpected. And I love how it came out. Now, as I said, I do love it better with just the dark and moody vibes, with just the blacks and the purpley plums. But I know you guys might be a little too dark for you, so I did add in the pink to give you some ideas. So if you want to recreate this look in your own colors, this is an example of how to do that. I absolutely love how this little arrangement came out. And I don't know, I think the pink might be growing on me. So pink and black, who would have thought to pair those two together? I think it looks nice. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I think it gives us that moody fall vibe, the unexpected, not your typical fall decorating. So if you want to be unique, think outside the box. Create arrangements that you like, not what everyone else likes, but what you like. So I hope you find this last arrangement inspiring, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Did you like it better before or after we added in the lighter colors? We added in the pink and the white to lighten up the moody vibe. So leave me a comment down below. Did you like it before or do you like it now? I liked it before, but the now is kind of growing on me. So yeah. All right, guys. So that is our last arrangement. All right, guys. So those are all of our fall floral arrangements. I absolutely love every single one of them, and I hope you do as well. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of our last look, our moody fall vibe. I absolutely love it. I know, again, it's outside the norm, not what you would typically expect, but again, I told you guys, I am not decorating in your traditional fall colors. Yes, I showed you some lighter floral arrangements for those of you who may not like the moody look. So for those of you who may not like the moody look, I did create some lighter looks for fall. Overall, I try to give a look for just about everyone that they could use in their home to decorate for fall. So I hope you enjoyed today's fall floral inspiration. If so, please make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And again, if you have not yet subscribed, I would so appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and become a member of the iStylEMYSTYLE family. My next video, we're going to be using these floral arrangements around my home. So I'm going to be decorating the entryway, we're going to be decorating my lounge, and then we're going upstairs to decorate, and then that's the end of my fall videos. My Christmas videos will start November 1st. So again, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do so. You don't want to miss any upcoming holiday content. Guys, we're going big. We're going big, and I'm so excited. So let's take one last look at all of our arrangements. Again, leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one you like best. Will you recreate them? If so, I would love to know. And with that, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.
Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging on myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah. You always make me feel like, oh yeah. You never leave my thoughts alone, yeah. You're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe you're brave, boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too cold.